This week on Salmon Showdown, size matters on the Lake Michigan Tournament Trail, and nobody's bigger than the Ludington Offshore Classic. With a field this big, some divine intervention could be helpful.
Obviously, the fish gods didn't recognize my birthday today.
So be on your best behavior.
I'm being polite.
Because no matter how bad you want it, sometimes there's only so much you can give.
I'm almost fooled.
Welcome to another episode of Salmon Showdown. This week we are at the Ludington Offshore Classic. It is the biggest event on the Lake Michigan Tournament Trail, and we are expecting over 100 boats here this weekend.
Teams come from all around the lake and beyond to take their shot at the Classic here in Ludington, and it's no real surprise. For 20 years running, this event has been the largest on the Lake Michigan Tournament Trail. This week we'll be riding along with two boats that have had success here in the past. They're hoping to find it again in 2022 and translate this supersized field of competitors into a big score in the race for the Founders Cup. Captain Joel DeVries and Team Fin Scout have traveled up from just south of the Indiana-Michigan state line. Their week got off to a good start with a victory in the high-dollar prelim known as the Big Boy. On day one here at the Pro-Am, Captain Joel has decided to start the fishing period by heading straight to Big Point Sable. Our other featured team is Hambone, led by Captain Tony Ham. Whatever plan they had for day one is now back up for debate after some impressive readings on their graph.
Right now we're seeing a lot of fish in this right in front of the harbor. Obviously for the 333 we need 3 big ones, and the mature fish are going to be a bigger catch for us. Take a pass or two across the front of the pier heads just to give it a try. Yeah, they seem to bite early, and they seem to then maybe like bite later in the day. But that's a big gamble to run back in here.
Tension builds as the shotgun start draws closer. 119 boats are making their way out of the channel and waiting for the Ludington Offshore Classic to get underway.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're a go today. Good luck everybody out there. Be back inside the pier next night.
So, as the bulk of the field throttles down to run, Team Hambone elects to stay put and drop lines immediately just outside the Ludington Harbor. The graph seems to think the fish are here, and now, just minutes into the fishing period, their outside planer board seems to agree. So there are kings here in close at Ludington, but for the Founders Cup race, they'll need to hook up with something quite a bit larger. It was a short run for Team Fin Scout. They are on their spot and also hooked up with an early bite.
Real man?
Yeah. How do you get in there?
What's your dial at?
You set it.
Unfortunately, when one fish is tugging on 2 rods, the diagnosis is usually a tangled mess.
Pop it out, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Gone. That's long.
That's an 0-for-1 start on board the Fin Scout. While they clear things up and reset, the action continues on the Hambone. So far nothing special, but that may well be about to change.
There you go. Get that one. Hold on.
Your way. This is a good one. I'm almost fooled.
Oh yeah.
I'm almost fooled.
Salmon Showdown is brought to you by Little River Casino Resort, Dreamweaver, home of the revolutionary Spin Doctor, Ray's Eyewear. It pays to wear Ray's.
Man, I can't wait to go fishing tomorrow. Same here. Nothing beats getting up at dawn to head out on Lake Michigan and catch our own dinner. Just like my father and his father before him. Maybe you were adopted.
Welcome back to Salmon Showdown. We are well into the day one fishing period where Team Fin Scout has seen enough of the point and has decided to activate Plan B.
Changing up the plan here, yeah, we're going to change our tack, go for trout. Hopefully get our 9 fish so we can build off of that to get to 12, but not a very good start today.
Meanwhile, the battle continues on board the Ham Bone. After nearly getting completely spooled, Ged Straczynski is starting to gain back some ground. It now becomes a question of who's going to last the longest, Ged or the fish.
Making a big weight coming in.
Yeah. Coming your way, Steve.
Woo, baby! Nice job, Ged. All right. Don't let the net. That's a good one. Woo! I'll get another one. Hey. Good job.
I was after reeling in a 5 cup.
That is exactly what they hung here for. It should easily register in that 20-pound range and will likely fill one of the 3 weigh slots for the Founders Cup. Back on the Fin Scout, they shifted strategy to focus on trout and fill some of their slots for the Pro-Am. Hopefully, once they've got some fish in the box, they'll still have time to zero in on the big kings.
Likeliness, hopefully, that we can catch 9 trout before we can catch 9 salmon or 9 others. So, if we can get the 9 trout, then we can change our target, right? So we're hoping to get the 9 trout and give us enough time to be able to get the off-species that we need to get our box of 12. They're more finicky than what a lot of people think. A lot of people think you just go fish out and you catch them, but man, you mark them, you see them, they don't bite. You change direction, you change color, you change bait, you change speed, and they still don't bite. And all of a sudden they bite. So they're real finicky. You got to figure out what they want today. Well, the plan right now is to try to catch 9 trout, and then move to a different location and begin to try to fish salmon. And the trout fishing report's not very good right now either. So today's going to be a battle.
After taking that one big king in close, Hambone 2 has ventured out deeper to look for numbers to up their total score. Once again, Captain Tony Ham has his team on the fish.
I'm ready.
I didn't see him. Couldn't see him.
That's a giant. That's a big bone. Here, I'll trade you. There's another good one right there.
Wait. Let me know.
Nice! Couple of good pulls there.
A pair of nice Lake Michigan steelhead has Team Hambone's morale and score on the rise. Now with time winding down on day number 1, Team Fin Scout needs to make something happen quickly to make any kind of mark on the day 1 scales.
All right, so we're down to about 45 minutes left. We're really out here at 500 foot going to the casino, as we call it, but we do have a brake line right in front of the boat, and we hope that that's going to pay some dividends here shortly.
No, it's not. Well, that was fun. Thanks, God, we got to show that one off.
A tough break closes out a tough day on board the Fin Scout, and that brings the day 1 fishing period to a close.
So the scales are closed here on day 1 at the Ludington Offshore Classic. Hambone putting up one of their 3 fish. Fin Scout electing to go all in tomorrow. Day 2 coverage is coming up next.
Salmon Showdown is brought to you by Moonshine Lures, quality super glow lures for salmon, trout, walleye, and striper. Magnum Metals. Clemens Boats, your Great Lakes Albemarle dealer.
Wave Pro high performance boat pedestals eliminate bottoming out and back jarring impacts. Now available the 2.0 version and slider seat hubs. The best in air shock technology provides a controlled return to keep you on your seat. Fast and easy to install with permanent mounts or movable hubs for quick and easy seat placement in 10 to 16 inch models. Wave Pro, high performance boat pedestals, best ride on the water. Online at waveproshock.com.
Welcome back to Salmon Showdown Ludington. Team Hambone is coming off a solid performance on day number 1, and they're planning for more of the same this morning.
Day 2, Ludington offshore. We are sitting 3rd at the main. Nervous as all heck about our fishery yesterday. Doesn't always work in the pier heads. We're hoping that things stay or hold for us and we can get some kinks first thing, like we said in the morning. Our plan this morning is to fish where we did again yesterday. The second part of the day, we're going to go down to Big Point Sabo. That's where a lot of the big fish were caught yesterday. So.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a go time.
The day 2 fishing period has begun, and once again, Team Hambone elects to stay in close and get down to business.
My mono. He's gonna keep it coming if you want.
Start.
There is some early action here today, but unlike yesterday, there's also quite a bit more traffic.
I got bored. Way back. I'm being polite.
It's like combat fishing almost. I mean, when the boats around us. Find a spot and work your way through it. And that way, don't know why we enjoy it. We're competitive. It's just usually it's good action.
And right on cue, Team Hambone is hooked up early.
Right here, get the net, get the net. He's over it, watch that rigger. Watch the rigger. He's cause out of, I can't either. I see you, okay. I'm coming out, coming out, coming out. Where are you going? I can't go. Bounce.
No.
All right. That diver, Steve.
Watch that diver, Steve. Watch the 5.
Yes, sir. Next bottom.
Going into it.
It was a little too green.
Yeah, I know. Good it is. Coming.
Another dramatic and successful battle for Ged and the Hambone crew. Also a great example of just how ornery these king salmon can get. That one is likely well shy of what they want for a Founders Cup slot, but it definitely punched above its weight. Salmon Showdown is brought to you by Purple Taco Fly Supply. Create your own trolling flies. Garmin, Founders Brewing Company.
Make loading and unloading your boat easy with the Dorado Catch and Release Automatic Boat Latch. Load with ease, simply drive on the trailer and the Dorado will automatically latch to your bow eye. A hard plastic liner protects your boat. For launching, back your boat in, pull the release lever and away you go. For roller or bunk trailers, the Dorado is quick and easy to install and works with most V-hull boats. Spend less time at the landing and more time fishing. The Dorado Catch and Release Automatic Boat Latch, online at DoradoProducts.com.
Welcome back to the Ludington Offshore Classic. After a disappointing first day, Team FinScout has decided to take a run north and try their luck off the port of Manistee.
Today's going to be the day. Looking for some 333 fish this morning.
I thought we're looking for 8 inches.
Do what?
I thought we're looking for 8 inches.
Yeah.
It's been touch and go here for both teams on day number 2. An occasional bite here and there, but nothing of any size. As time starts to dwindle on the final day, the pressure starts to build.
Obviously, the fish gods didn't drink like my birthday today. They haven't cooperated at all yet.
It could be coincidence, or perhaps the fish gods felt guilty about forgetting Captain Joel's birthday. Either way, hope is suddenly high that things might be about to change for the FinScout team.
Somebody hit this.
Somebody pull over there.
Joel. Cheese got it.
You got the net, Joel.
Coming up. Yeah! There's a fish. Holy big. Freaking hey, boys. Everybody get excited now? Wow. Nice job, Fred.
Finally, Team FinScout has something to be thankful for, but those fish gods, sometimes they giveth, sometimes they taketh away. Both teams have endured some bad luck here on day number 2, but over on board the FinScout, they've got something perhaps even worse they'll have to endure.
Something up here. Oh, where'd you go?
bit of a plumbing issue has driven a wedge between this normally tight-knit team until another strike calls them back into action.
Yeah, we got hooked up. Come on, get hooked up. Is he there? He's not there.
Another lost opportunity has every member of Team Fin Scout feeling down in the dumps. Every member, that is, except for one.
I feel much better.
Time is running out here on this final fishing period, but Team Hambone has one more shot to change their Founders Cup fate.
That's a good one, boys.
It's definitely an upgrade from anything else they've seen today. They'll find out just how much of an impact it will have when they get to the Day 2 scales. Hambone's last-minute king tipped the scales at 22.45. Unfortunately, their next best was only about half that size. Team Fin Scout was hoping to fill all three of their slots with big kings today. They did get a decent one at 17.10, but after that, it was all just small trout. Both teams were likely hoping for a bit more this weekend from a Founders Cup perspective, but let's put the numbers in and see how they impact the Little River leaderboard. It is no impact at all for Team Hambone. They came into this weekend sitting in third place overall, and that's exactly how they'll leave. Team Fin Scout, on the other hand, drops from 4th to 6th place. There's still plenty of fishing left, and you can bet that both of these teams will be back to take another shot at moving up into that top spot, claiming the Founders Cup and the $10,000 prize that comes with it.
That's a wrap from the Ludington Offshore Classic. 119 boats competing here. Thanks to our featured teams for allowing us to ride along. We're going to do it again next time at the Holland Big Red Classic. Make sure you join us for the next edition of Salmon Showdown.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Wave Pro. Best ride on the water. Online at waveproshock.com.